State of the Union. Shut the fuck up. Sorry ass motherfucker. Stay away from me.
No rapper can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the sand. I'm not the last mafioso, I'm an MC cop. Make you say, go LL and do the wop. If you think you can't outrhyme me, yeah, boy, I bet. Because I ain't met a motherfucker who can do that yet. Trendsetter, I'm better. My rhymes are good. Got a gourmet plate that says I wish you would. When the battle begins and I got to join in before my rhyme is over. You know I'm a win. Cool J is a wop, so you better make way. Ask anybody in the crowd, they say the kid don't play. Sparring competition, that's my hobby and job. I don't wear a disguise because I don't owe the mob. Got pinpoint raps that make you feel trapped. So many girls on my type, I think my phone is tapped. I'm bad. Cool J. Cool J. Cool. I'm like Tyson. I said I'm a soldier at war. I'm making sure you don't try to battle me no more. Nah, hey. Let's start the show.
Resist with a close fist. It's time to resist. Resist, I insist, or your freedom will be missed. Ask yourself, why the world government on everybody's shit list? It's because you know we've been dissed, and we got a right to be pissed. I don't swing to the right or left. I ride with God because I'm blessed. God's gift to uplift, about to blaze a split and reminisce like Hamlet when he heard the abyss. I said it's time we resist like gorillas in the mist and fight the damn power for all freedom to exist. It's time we resist and resist with an iron fist. Resist the machine filled by greed and green. They try to pick us clean, how they get so mean. I think it's in their genes. They some strange ass beings, filthy rich elite beings, doing strange ass things. I think pigs slide a hand like them David Blaines. Murder, kill to all you Jeffrey Epstein. Hella mean, cause it's money they fiend. We don't wanna join your team, we want the American dream. I don't wanna join your team, we want the American dream. We don't wanna join a team, we want the American dream. Fight the power. Fight the power. I'll in your ear like an earring. Make your ears ring. Have you discombobulated because you can't believe what you're hearing? Make your ears ring. Make your lips sing. Make your body move from this groove you're feeling. They gave us social distance because they fear our persistence. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. They gave us social distance because they fear our persistence. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. Illusions are inevitable, weaving webs innumerable. Her beautiful picture never fails. Crowding each other, veil on veil. A charmer, or we believe by man who thirsts to be deceived. A charmer, or we believe by man who thirsts to be deceived. Tricks up their sleeve and deceive for greed. Got everything they need, but like pigs they feed. Inconsistently mislead, but feel the need to lead. Government greed, another bad seed. Better take heed when you see the head lead flee. Check everything you read and believe half you see. Resist is the message I received to lead. Best believe I'm a G, it was received to me. Fight the power.
Yeah, whoops. I forgot that one little part. I got to take off my face to put on my other face. Same face, though. Same face, though. Man. Do you guys know how hard it is every morning just to wake up and watch your face just get progressively older every episode? Oh, greetings, greetings, greetings. Just here's your reminder that if you watch this show on YouTube, there's no delay at all, and your comments will show up in a timely fashion. And I could tell if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, like my friend Sarah right here is on Facebook. But I understand that sometimes it's easier to watch it on Facebook because not everybody has YouTube Red, which apparently is what you need to be able to put your videos in the little box. I have YouTube Red because for a couple reasons, but mostly so I could download stuff. Anyways, this is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. I'm Jessie, the pterodactyl. You might remember my father, Terry the pterodactyl from Pee-wee's Playhouse. We have a strong dinosaur acting gene in our bloodline. Anyways, hey, if you're still smoking cigarettes, here's your reminder to switch to vaping. I don't have a vape sponsor right now, but I will, like, probably, I don't know, as soon as I get this paperwork done. I don't chase money, right? So, like, we'll get a vape sponsor, I promise, and then I'll be like, hey guys, the newest flavor in stock is strawberry. What'd I just get? Rotini, I don't know, some kind of Italian creamy deliciousness. Oh, look, I don't have the little the cool little thing I made for the show. Shit, how are we gonna look professional if we don't even know the name of the show? I stayed up late. I made this at night. I learned how to do it. Every day the show gets better. So thank you guys for putting up with me as we grow. And happy Tuesday. Yes. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday is so dope. Tuesday is like, man, you ever see that video about leadership where they got the one dude and he's dancing crazy and he's just doing his own thing out in this field, right? He's dancing, everybody's just sitting around and nobody's really paying attention to that guy. And it points out, it goes, that guy's not the leader. And then the second dude comes up and is like, I'm going to throw my support to what this dude is doing, right? That second dude, that's the leader role, right? So, Tuesdays are the day where you pick which one of your Monday ideas you're going to throw the rest of your week's effort at, right? So Monday, you wake up, Monday's like spring, you plant 50 seeds, right? But now Tuesday is where you got a lot of babies sprouting up and they're going to be competing for nutrition, right? There's only so many resources in your soil, especially if you're living on the island. So like it may look lush and tropical and you may think a lot of stuff would grow, but it's really specialized plants that grow on the island, right? Stuff that can tolerate that environment. Anyways, so Tuesday is where you thin out, where you pick the best of that strip of seeds you planted and you pull out the best and you let all that nutrition just go to the choice seeds. In this case, the seeds are replaced by ideas, right? So Tuesday's the day to take inventory for your Monday ideas and to be like, all right, which one of these Monday ideas am I going to run with this week? And for me, Jessie, apparently it's a trip to Washington, D.C. next week for the anniversary of Dr. King's March on Washington. I know you're thinking, why would you go to that, Jessie? And the answer is, why the fuck wouldn't I? I'm going to just sit around in Portland. Might as well put this gas mask to national use. I got the helmet. I don't know how many states I can drive through with Kevlar though. But hundreds of thousands of people are supposed to descend on DC. So I might as well take a trip. Just zoop, 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 zoop. Snatch the engineer or let the engineer snatch me or mutually snatch each other and then put together a mish. Let me see what's going on right here. Blam, 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 blam. And shout out to Angela, who got her phone broke last night. She got hurt. Right? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? That is the solid question. If somebody asks me to do something, I always just been like, yeah, I'm down. I'll find out the details later. Just ask me. Give me 3 hours notice. That's what I need, 3 hours notice, because my hammock and my sleeping bag might not be in the same place. So it's going to take me 3 hours. I got to find somewhere to park my truck, and then we're out. That's it. I'll do that for anything, wherever you want to go. That's the rule. Okay. So, man, I wanted this spot to take 10 minutes. It took 12 minutes, but that's cool. Here's a spot where I remind you that if I was with my edgy clothes right now, I'll be wearing a shirt from standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. You might have noticed the shirts on the women that were in our interview yesterday. I'd like to thank them again while I have that opportunity. Josie Stanfield and Kirsten Arias from the Central Oregon Diversity Project. And you should join the Central Oregon Diversity Project. I'm not going to, I will show you the link for that though. Boom, or at least the name of it, right? That's what you want. The Central yeah, I mean, that's, you heard it right out the engineer's fingers right there. Fuck 12 goes to Washington. And Flawless came in like Send Dog. Fuck 12. Right. Ryan was like, fuck 12 goes to Washington. Fuck 12. Fuck 12 goes to Washington. Fuck 12. Fuck 12 goes to Washington. Fuck 12. Fuck 12 goes to Washington. Fuck 12 goes to Washington. Fuck 12 goes to Washington. Man, do you guys even see how just doing my show in front of a green screen that looks like Hawaii makes me feel freaking happy? I think everybody should have a show just for their seasonal depression and just have the backdrop of Hilo. You know what's cool about Hilo is, so Hawaii is a magical place, right? Where magical things happen and you learn magic there, right? You learn how to interact with nature. But if you're driving to Hilo and you see a bunch of clouds like this, all you got to do is just like not even worry about it and just know that when you get there, the clouds will open up for you and a little ray of sunshine will shine right through those clouds. And if you don't believe me, you can go to my Instagram and you can see all kinds of pictures of the clouds that look like donuts. And in the middle of the donut is a sunbeam that's shining right on me. So this makes me feel really good. Okay, it's now 10:15. I don't even know what to do. Oh, yeah, I do. What's I going to do? Oh, yeah, watch. We'll keep talking for a second. And then we will whoa. I don't even know. Damn. I can't find it. Okay, we'll just skip it. Look, the world is freaking crazy right now. Usually I would wait till the bottom of the hour to get to all the news and such. But let's just jump into my Twitter because I'd like to just make this an hour episode. I got a lot of website work that needs to be done today, and I secured the website guy. So for those who don't know, getting time with the website guy is like getting studio time with a dope producer or a dope engineer, right? Like if they tell you there's a window, what's up, Jess? What's up, Las Vegas in the house? How hot is it in Vegas, sister? Do you guys just want to watch Bugs Bunny cartoons instead? Kinda. Me too. Kinda. Okay, let's just jump into the Twitter because, oh no, you know what? Let's do this first. Let's go news.google.com. And I'll remind you guys, I took off that annoying overlay. I took off the annoying overlay where it said Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Jess. I took off the annoying overlay where it had Ramona Falls, and then it said, my news, not your news. So I got rid of that. But I just want to remind you guys that indeed, the news that I share with you right now is aggregated specifically for me through boom, right off the top. The president is full of shit. I haven't even read it yet. I haven't even let my eyes really focus on what he said. I just want to make sure we got a nice look so that let's do it this way. Can you guys still see this on your phone? Can you see the president's tweets? Here, I'll blow it up a little bit. You know, that's not what I wanted to do, though. I wanted to go to my Google News. I think that's what I'm at. Okay, so let's do that. Boom, let's blow that up. And then I want to remind you guys that, as always, the news portion of our program is brought to you by Watch the Logo Change. Fuck 12 News. Fuck 12 News. Are you kidding me? Real news from in the streets. We don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but trust me, we're building some shit. I just like to hold it up to that spot so we can see Ryan holding up the speaker, like the dude that tries to stalk that girlfriend in the trench coat. No, I never seen that movie. Don't even ask. I know you guys are gonna be like, I'll tell you what movie that is. I'll tell you what movie it is too. It's the movie called I Don't Care. Yes, I could tell Sarah is watching on Facebook and not YouTube because her comment is referencing something I made 30 seconds ago before I even dropped that trailer. Okay, regardless. Oh, because that's an old comment. Man, Diction will show up today if you wake him up. Yo, I got Diction unlocked for the everyday. Oh, I do also got a big announcement. Yes, go wake up Diction. Tell him to show up. Then we'll get him on the show. Yesterday he got too busy. He had to go. I don't know what he was doing, cashing Bitcoins in it or something. Pop cans. I don't know what he's doing. Some kind of financial transaction. Baby's been dabbling in the stock market. By the way, if you guys dabble in the stock market, please give me your tips if you're successful, and then I will do what you do, and then we will get rich together because I don't have time. Trump says Biden is insulting men everywhere by picking women as a running mate. That's the headline from the Daily Beast. Shit, didn't want to click it though. Bloop. The headline from Fox News says black male leaders warn Biden will lose election if he doesn't name black female running mate. Business Insider said it doesn't matter who Biden chooses as his running mate. Politico says how the VP choice could be Biden's biggest racial gaffe yet. And the Washington Post says it's been a rotten process, but can we appreciate the milestone of the first female VP? I'm down with that. I'm not expecting Joe Biden to not drop the ball, though. So Putin says that Russia has approved the world's first COVID-19 vaccine, but questions over its safety remain. Mostly the fact that it hasn't really been tested on anybody yet. But if Putin says it's true, then the president says it's true, then dummies say it's true, then the news quotes the dummies, goes back, double checks the president. Oh, then they say Putin says it happened. So now they got two sources and it runs as news on CNN. But really, though, they're just reporting Putin says, which is really cheap news, but whatever. Munchkin, Steve Mnuchin says that $400 weekly unemployment benefits to start in a week or two, according to Forbes. The White House looks at a plan to keep citizens and legal residents keep out legal citizens and legal residents. We're just going to blow right past that because I can't pronounce that one. Here we go. Shooting near the White House to interrupted Trump briefing is under Secret Service review. No gun found on suspect. Let me dump into that one a little bit deeper for you guys real quick. It says an internal investigation has been launched into the shooting of a 51-year-old suspect by Secret Service near the White House complex late Monday, which prompted agents to briefly remove President Donald Trump from a press briefing. Shortly before 6 p.m., according to an agency statement, the man allegedly approached a Secret Service uniformed officer standing post about a block from the White House grounds, telling the officer that he had a weapon. The suspect then turned around, ran aggressively towards the officer, and in a drawing motion, withdrew an object from his clothing, the agency said. He then crouched into a shooter's stance as if about to fire a weapon. The Secret Service officer discharged his weapon, striking the individual in the torso. No firearm was found on the suspect, said a law enforcement official who is not authorized to comment publicly. All right. There's that. That reminds me of when that dude was at City Hall and he pulled out the can of Pepsi, but nobody knew it was a can of Pepsi. I hope you guys are calling Diction right now. Let me see. Let me bug him real quick. Again. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, so when at City Hall, this dude went up, and it was right after that Kylie Jenner commercial with the Pepsi, where she stopped all the chaos by giving the riot cop a can of Pepsi. And it was funny because the dude is giving his 3-minute testimony, and as he closes it, and nobody knew who the dude was. It was some dude from out of town, like wearing like a trench coat. And maybe a trench coat. I don't remember. I might be exaggerating. I might be exaggerating the memory a tiny bit. But the bottom line of it is that the dude goes, and I got something for you, Ted. And he walks around the table and walks right up to the mayor and reaches into his coat like he's pulling out a gun. And I thought he was pulling out a gun. I jumped up out of my chair and I ran a couple steps towards him. And then I saw he pulled out a Pepsi. Don't ask me why I was saving Ted Wheeler. I don't. Hey, Flawless, just to tell everybody real quick, if you are commenting from a group, then your comment is just going to show up as Facebook user. It's not going to show the name unless you click on the link for StreamYard, and then you can give the app permission to use your face. I don't know why. It's just that way for the groups. Doesn't make any sense, but it's a real easy workaround. So not to put Diction's business on blast, but since I already kind of did, he had to go to the bank before the stock market closed or something. So yeah, Diction's flipping stocks too. And right before that, somebody else was telling me they're flipping stocks. There we go. All right. So I just put out one more shout out to Diction, hoping that we can get him on. Let's go back to my news, because after this crappy news, then we're going to have the cool news, which I get excited about. So Florida's COVID cases in children have increased 137% in the past month. At least 97,000 children tested positive for coronavirus in the last 2 weeks of July, according to CNN and NPR. Okay, the Washington Post says an economic crisis in Kentucky has workers and businesses furious with McConnell. You could have picked up that headline and dropped it anywhere in the last 20 years, and that would have been true. McConnell says the Democrats are treating the coronavirus pandemic as a political game with relief talks still stalled. That's according to Fox 12. Or Fox, regular news, not Fox 12. Fox News National. Lawmakers urge the FDA to temporarily clear e-cigarettes from market amid COVID pandemic. Here's why. Then NBC News quotes a Stanford study that says teen vapors up to 7 times more likely to get COVID-19 than non-e-cig users, says new Stanford study. All right. Oh, shit. Then Showbiz cheats cheat. I told you this is news that I care about. Showbiz Cheat Street wants to know, where is Bobby Brown now? Who doesn't want to know where Bobby Brown is right now? I mean, it's his prerogative, but boom, 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 boom. It's not going to tell us, is it? No, it's not. It's not. It's telling us. So what is the singer up to these days? To the delight of music aficionados around the world, before the COVID-19 pandemic paralyzed the entertainment industry, Brown had been touring with some old pals. The performer reunited with Bell, Bivens, and DeVoe to tour as RBRM. That's short for Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Yeah. Fans can look forward to hearing Bobby Brown as a featured artist on a track on Ralph Tresvant's upcoming album. Tresvant opened up about his project earlier this year and teased that even Brown will be surprised when he hears it. Okay, well, that's what Bobby Brown's been doing. I cared, obviously, because it's in my aggregated news. My news, not your news. This says, I still believe the president and in the president. That's so fucking funny, because I just said that if it's in my news, I care about it. But look, this guy says I still believe in the president, and I don't know. This is what I really want to talk about today, though. Tom Cotton, according to Fox News, said a lot of left-wing politicians are living in fantasy land, and that statement is in regards to the Seattle police chief resigning, which is in regards to the Seattle City Council voting to defund the shit out of the police. Watch this. Man, they only cut that shit by $4 million. 2 months later, they cut it by $8 million. 4 months later, that shit was $16 billion. Now we're going to defund the cops' children. But yeah, so city council took a vote. The police chief is resigning. The New York Times has an article, if you care about taking protests to the streets and the mayor's front door. According to the New York Post, a Black Lives Matter organizer called Chicago looting reparation. That means that somebody that they found on video called it reparations, and they accredited. I'm not going to read that because I read a bunch just like it, and the New York Post isn't really somewhere that I click too far into. Chicago raises the bridges and restricts downtown access to try and prevent more rioting. If you guys haven't seen what was cracking in Chicago, it is cracking, and I'm sure when we hit the Twitter at the bottom of the hour, coronavirus cases lead to over 800 to quarantine in Georgia school district where masks not required. What the fuck? Why would you people send your children to school? Yes, Fox 12 reports that Angela needs a new phone. We got to get her a Note. Not maybe the Note because it's kind of big. Angela kind of has regular size person hands. Yo, super shouts to Ange. Yo, we're still efforting diction. We're going to switch to my Twitter in just a second. We're going to skip... oh shit, New Zealand sees 4 cases of COVID after 102 days of no community spread. New Zealand records its first COVID-19 case in 102 days. The ship that leaked oil into pristine Mauritian waters could break into, and that would be an environmental catastrophe. I would go more into that, but I have no idea how to say that word. I know it's not Martian. So, cops declare another protest unlawful and another battle in front of another precinct. Ted, when are you going to do something about this, Ted? When are you going to do something serious to create some sort of concessions? When, Ted? Ted, when? Okay, look, it's the bottom of the hour, and that means that the bottom of the hour, as always, is brought to you by the movement. Hey, yo, it's Jessie Sponberg. I'm rocking with the movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. Yo, It was that easy. Okay, look, the voter turnout for the Portland City Council race between Dan Ryan and Loretta Smith, 32%. Man, all these people want a better world, but they don't want to vote for it. And it's a damn mail-in ballot. You didn't have to do nothing. That is super sad. You know, I'm just going to read this real quick. Voter turnout in a race to decide the fifth member of Portland City Council stood at 32% as of Monday, a notably high turnout for a special election. Oh my God, that's so awful. I did not see that coming. The race between former all-hands-raised CEO Dan Ryan and former two-term Multnomah County Commissioner Loretta Smith is the only choice for voters on the ballot. County election officials reported more than 142,000 ballots have been received as of the day before Tuesday's election. There are more than 440,000 registered voters in Portland who live in Multnomah, Clackamas, and Washington counties. Typically, Portland voters turn out as many as 40% of the total ballots cast on election day. So today is the last day. They're fighting for Nick Fish's seat. If you didn't already know that, I want to say something nice about Nick Fish. I mean, he wasn't a bad man. Nick Fish was a good man, but I don't want to just thoughts and prayers, Nick Fish. I want to be I hope your heart weighs less than a feather. That's all I know, man. That's all I can hope for anybody, man. Man, we pray that your heart weighs less than a feather. All right, let's check real quick and see if there's any more news that we need to. There should be something about a fake moon coming pretty soon. Come on. Oil production, new TV, new phone. Come on, new Xbox. Come on, I want entertainment news. Come on, give me a fake moon. Whoa, this is a dope quote. Nobody has the ability to train and fight forever, and I know it. Why am I getting sports news before fake moon news? Starlink, SpaceX's 100th mission may break an incredible reusability record. SpaceX is manufacturing 120 Starlink internet satellites per month. Man, if you don't think Elon Musk is building a space army, holy shit. Well, Janet didn't receive her ballot until today. You still have time to get it in, Janet. I think 8 p.m. or is it 5 p.m.? 8 p.m., 5 p.m. If I'm wrong, I'll just blame it on time zones. I don't understand time zones anyways. I mean, I understand them, in the sense that, I know what it means. But, okay, look. Right now, bottom of the hour, I didn't even set up multi-cams today. Whoops, that's not what I want. I want this one. Look, bottom of the hour. We're going to hit this. Then we're going to go to my Twitter because shit is crazy again, and the dude is still on the loose. I think his name is Garrick. Garrick. Don't do nothing major, G. Man, I ain't going to diss nobody on my show, but that was kind of whack. All right, anyways. If you got small children around the house, gather them around the TV so they can learn how to take a proper bong hit so they don't look like suckers when they go to middle school. Damn it. We got a little drooly. I can feel the drool. What are you guys smoking up? I'm sorry, what are you guys smoking up? I totally forgot to ask. What are you guys smoking on, man? Oh my God, I got to tell you guys this story first. Oh my God, if you're listening right now, you have to hear this story. So yesterday I was at the river and I was swimming, right? And you know how sometimes when you're swimming, you get boogers in your nose. So I come out the river and I'm like, oh damn, I got a booger in my nose. So, but it's big, like I can hardly breathe, right? And so I pull this booger out of my nose, and it's like as big as a slug, yo. It was like it came from like the back of my brain, and my ear popped when I pulled it out. Ooh, aren't you fancy? My bong's kind of clean, a little bit. It's not bad for man. Sometimes I'll do this show with the dirtiest bong. I don't even notice until somebody brings it up. Okay, so I pull this giant. I can't even tell you guys what happened. Okay, so I pulled this giant ass booger out of my nose, and it was big. It was like a small slug, right? And it was super sticky and just full of all the pollution in the world. And I pulled it out, and it stuck on my finger, and I'm like, oh damn, I don't even know what to do. Feeling like Eddie Murphy, and I got no clue what to do with this damn booger that's on my finger, man. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, all right, I got one move I could do, right? And I took this booger and I just flew, and I just shot it, right? And it flew probably as high as one of those Elon Musk satellites, right? And I'm tracking it as it flies through the sky because it's up there, right? It's flying. And I'm watching it, and it starts coming back down, and it reaches terminal velocity, and it starts coming down, and then I lose it in the sunlight. And then I have to scan down, and I'm trying to scan, and then it lands right on this dude's leg. This dude was wearing dark gray shorts, and my booger landed right on his leg. But I was like a center fielder because I was tracking it the whole time. So when it hit, I just ran up and snatched it off his leg before dude even knew that it had landed on him. I was just right there like a cobra and just went swap. And the dude and the dude was like, oh my God, the dude was like, what just happened? And I was like, oh homie, I just accidentally threw a piece of food on you, but I got it, no problem. Well, I got this booger stuck to my finger again. And then he was like, oh, it's cool, dude. That's cool, no problem. And I was like, fuck. So we dodged that, but it was unbelievable. Unbelievable little plot twist. Okay, let me switch up so we can share my Twitter real quick. Let's switch to the Twitter. Let's boom it up. All right, here we go. Let's dig in. Oh man. All right. Serious question. What have the protest riots demonstrations helped with in terms of the cause? Awareness was raised months ago. Not one single human thinks the Floyd death was okay, and there seems to be no opposition to the general message. Well, I would say that, you know what, I'm going to hold my thought for a minute on that. I think we'll be able to add a little more context. Oh, look how it's doing that again. I got to fix that. If I didn't have that, though, that would be like one color, and I don't want that. All right. Sorry, Marty. Oh, my God, there's the booger. Man, it was a brain booger. And then we got this one. I don't know why I'm just running an ad for ACLA, American Clinical Laboratory Association. I'm really sorry. New York City. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in New York City in a minute? Let me blow this up a little more. The city recognizes there's a housing eviction crisis on the horizon. So today, the mayor says they're launching a new website for one-stop shopping so tenants can access free help from the city to fight eviction. Man, the city isn't going to be able to. The city isn't going to be able to stop. Like, look, if you just give somebody eviction court but don't change the laws, then giving them a hotline to access free help. Do you know how flooded that line is about to be? I guarantee that tomorrow we're going to see a tweet that says within 24 hours, the hotline for evictions was so overflooded that nobody could access it. They all got busy signals. But can you imagine what New York City is about to look like when all these people are evicted? These giant high rises everywhere, people just being forced out of their homes. And are the police going to enforce it? I don't know, man. Hey, reach out to me if y'all trying to steal a cool house. Because I'm trying to steal a cool house. I just don't want my action to interfere with other actions going on. But yeah, I'm about to steal a cool house. And we're going to turn it into a new city hall. So that's the reward that you get for tuning in at 1042. So reach out to me in some real life shit if you care about that. And let me get out of a couple of these things, man. Do you guys want to watch a Bugs Bunny cartoon? Nah? Okay. Let's see. I just want to shout out my dude, Chad in Portland. That's my guy, man. If y'all fuck with Chad in Portland, that is my dude, my guy. I haven't talked to him in forever, but he really deserves all his success. Okay. Yes, I follow the White House. I was like, I don't know if I follow Ivanka Trump. Today, WGDP is announcing $122 million in new grants to support legal reforms to advance economic equality for women around the world. All right, whatever. Ivanka Trump and officials unveiling $122 million investment for women, empowering top security officials and American corporate leaders will unveil $1 million new programs and partnerships for the administrations. See, that's Fox News. Look, you can tell there's something dirty because look, 122 million, 122 million, 122 million. One, that's not even that much money to those people. It is a lot of money, but and it also could be used elsewhere. But the fact that they just keep saying 122 million is a way to trick dumb people into just being able to go, yeah, right. They just gave $122 million, right? That's what they do. They provide talking points to stupid people, and you should not encourage that. So don't retweet that. We're not going to share this Amazon ad. We're not. No. Stop. Yes. Boom. Can we watch this? I think there's a press conference, which we should watch if it's happening. Let me chase this down. Watch live. You don't gotta watch live, motherfucker. I don't want to see this photo. Watch live. Multnomah County DA's office won't prosecute some protest-related crimes. Portland, Oregon. Multnomah County District Attorney buffering. Well, it's not buffering, it's just loading. Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt announced Tuesday his office would not prosecute certain crimes stemming from the ongoing nightly protests. The cases the office said they would not prosecute are the ones with the most serious offenses, a city ordinance violation, or the crimes do not involve deliberate property damage, theft, or the use of theft or force against another person. That means I'm not even going to court, man. I'm not even going to take the time. You know, that's what's crazy is, no, thank you. Can we just get the freaking live stream? Is there a live stream? It says there's an ad. Okay, so Mike Schmidt is the brand new district attorney, and he is not interested in the prison industrial complex as a whole, and he's brand new. And the police, there we go. Why won't they let me? Why'd I have to sneak up on the volume? Why does it not want to let me turn on the volume, you guys? I'm so sorry. What are you saying? Okay, you're saying me look like a freaking doofus while I try to figure out some shit. I hate that part. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's doing this because it's almost letting me. There you go. Wow. So freaking weird.
Ricardo, Lujan, Valerio to come on up and say some words.
Is that better?
Thank you, D.A. Schmidt. My name is Ricardo Lujan Valerio. I am part of D.A. Schmidt's transition team. Thank you
Still
for
can't hear him?
policy. I want to just remind folks that we are living in a time of reckoning. This is not business as usual. The incident with George Floyd's death was a catalyst to what we're seeing in the streets today, but it's not new to the community. This is something that's been happening to Black and brown lives for a long time, and specifically the Black community. So it's important to go back into the reason of why we see the protests, why we see people out in the streets today. It's to call for action and to call for true change in our systems. The system is not broken. It was never broken. It just wasn't built for us. And so when we are talking about changes to the system, we're not just talking about reform. We're not just talking about changing policies and dynamics within the system. It's actually trying to reimagine what public safety means to us. You know, across the board, Black communities have experienced disproportionate rates of over-policing and incarceration than any other community. And that's not by mistake. It's part of the system. And so it's important for us to really think about what needs to happen for us to be able to come out of the moment that we are living in right now. We saw some of the actions that happened during the protests where federal agents that were unidentified using unmarked vehicles, throwing protesters into those vehicles. That's not new. That's the reality for the immigrant community on a daily basis. That's common practice for the Department of Homeland Security. So again, our communities have been living under these oppressive systems for a long time. And it's important for us to be able to step back and think about that. And I'd like to close it off just by saying that this calls for vast change in our system, both in the state level and the local level. Every jurisdiction has a responsibility to address this. Imagine Oregon is a coalition of organizations that just started. We need to be able to provide resources for spaces like Reimagine Oregon, where Unite Oregon, PALV, Urban League, a lot of the Black-led organizations are leading those conversations. But during this time where we're asking them for solutions, where we're asking for change, it's important to also recognize we've never provided that space, that resource space for the community to think about what change truly looks like. So it's now time to put our money where our mouth is, invest in spaces like Reimagine Oregon, invest in spaces that are led by community to think about what the future looks like for us, and change policy, not just change small things that will allow us to feel good about addressing the moment, but that would actually create new systems. This policy though, that DA Schmidt proposed today is just a small speck of what is truly needed. We're still working within the confines of the system, and we need something way larger than that. This is not the solution to what we're seeing today. It's a good step forward to get it, to addressing the moment, but we really need to think about what public safety means to us, what public safety means to those that have been historically and currently over-policed and oppressed, and how we can reimagine that. It's hard to believe that we wouldn't be able to do that after experiencing centuries, decades of the same system. So I'm fortunate to be part of this transition team. I'm fortunate to be part of a team that's led by community from the get-go, and that displays the voices and the needs and the wants of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricardo. KCMo.
Good morning, everyone. KCMo, Executive Director of United Oregon. First of all, I want to thank Mike Schmidt for his long time serving with our community. I worked with him many years, and I know he's a man with integrity. I want to just say a couple of things. First of all, I'm not gonna comment on the policy itself. I'm not trying to pretend to be a lawyer. I'm not, and I'm not a constitutional expert. What I know is that what I'm interested and what United Oregon is interested is that holding accountable and allowing our community to be able to assemble freely as the Constitution guarantees. Freedom of assembly, it's important to me. As a refugee, former refugee from Somalia, that's one of the reasons that I came to this country. And that's one of the reasons that I want to make sure that what we are going to be holding accountable in this office, in the Maloma County DA's office, it's not the policy itself, but the outcome of the policy. How many people has been convicted or persecuted, and what is the result outcome is for our community. That is what United Oregon is interested in. That's what I am interested, the outcome of this policy. We want to, again, ensure that people have ability to freedom is assemble and not persecuted because of that. I also want to remind us that why we're here. We're here because Black Lives Matter. We're here because our community, hundreds of years of oppression and racial injustices in the hands of not only the police departments, but also the system itself, which perpetuates injustices and racial discrimination that results in death many times. There's not a week or day passes, even right now after George Floyd's death, that I don't open in the news and read another Black man saying that I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. That's why we're here. We want a long-term solution to reimagine our public safety. That's what I don't want today to be lost, that what we are pursuing is that not reforming the system, but completely changing how we do criminal justice system in this country.
Yo, this is crazy historic, yo.
As someone who's engaged this issue for many years, I want to make sure that our community members
Yo, this is crazy. This
can
story,
trust that yesterday is not today. Whatever system that we had has to be reimagined. They have to trust us that this office, who in many times in the past, we know that, you can go online and research, that this office itself has been used to perpetuate racial disparities, racial discrimination in the hands of the system. So I want to make sure that when we're talking about this policy, again, I want to emphasize that we don't lose that picture, that what we're dealing with is that we want to reimagine the system itself, and we want to change the system. We're not trying to reform it. That's really the message that I want you to, as a community member, that I want to emphasize. I'm not interested to be creating another system that is perpetuating what I described. At the end, community has enough. There's expectations in this office. There's expectations for this community that we want to create and change a transparent system where, as I said earlier, at the end of the day, what we are counting is the outcome. There's too many policies that have been put forward many times.
This is so dope.
Hardly anything changes. And I believe Mike is committed to that. And that's why I'm grateful to be part of the transition team. That's why I'm glad to be working with him. But again, we want to produce results that creates opportunity for our communities to thrive and to be
Ooh, the cops are going to be so mad right now.
And racial discrimination. Thank you so much.
If I was there, other people would be clapping right now. I'm a clap starter. Okay, look, this is going to turn into just all kinds of different people speaking about basically their version of the same thing.
Thank you. District Attorney Mike.
I don't want to get caught up too much into that. Let's get out of that. Okay, it's now the top of the hour. We're going to switch back from the Fuck 12 News brand and switch back to Coffee and Bonghits with Jessie. See how that pops up? We are green screen from Hilo, the beautiful east coast of the Big Island. We could go just over that way a little bit, go to the farmer's market, buy some rambutans. It's amazing what a green screen will do for your life. Like, I really feel like I'm there. Like, behind me, I don't feel like I'm there, right? But in front of me, behind me, the behind me that's in front of me on the screen, the one that I see in the monitor that I'm looking back on, so I'm seeing myself in Hilo. Versus if I look over my shoulder, I just see a green screen. But if I look forward over my shoulder, that guy, then BLAM. I'm right by the lagoon, bro. We'll go get some rambutans. Go get one of those cartons of pog juice. They're only like $1.09 because it's all just sugar and water. That stuff will kill you so quick. You'll get island diabetes. But it's so good. Oh, it's so good. The grape one. Oh man. Okay. Hey, man, I'm gonna just get out of here, yo. There's a lot going on. You can find the same shit on Twitter. Go to Twitter, follow the people I follow, I guess. I don't know. Follow who I retweet, probably. I don't know. Find your own shit. Follow Moonjin Cakes. Follow Max Smith. Follow Greg. Follow Mike Brenner. You should be cool. All right, remember, if I don't say 5,000 G, that means somebody took my phone away and I was not able to. So hopefully you made your bed. It's already 11 o'clock. I don't want to keep you sitting around the house watching the TV all day. So I'm going to have to call it on you.
Subject to arrest and use of force property. If you're a peaceful protester, we are asking you to leave. This is the Portland Police Bureau. We have heard your chants stating the crowd is wanting to enter the property and burn down Southeast Precinct. You are subject to arrest and use of force, including crowd control munitions, if you can.
Defund the police! Defund the police! Defund the police!
$5,000 G's.